The auction was already moving when I yelled for it to stop. Men turned. Someone laughed. Three girls hung there, silent, like they'd already accepted their fate. That's when I saw the tattoo. My chest tightened. Because I'd seen that mark before, on the day it saved my life in the desert. No one else noticed. No one else cared. But I knew if I walked away, I'd be breaking a promise I never meant to make. So I stepped forward, broke the rules, and said the words that changed everything. Stop. I'll buy them. What happened next was a debt the frontier never forgot. I did not go to the trading post looking for trouble. I went there for salt, and maybe a new saddle strap. It was late morning. The sun was already high. That kind of sun that presses down on your shoulders and makes every sound feel sharper. The trading post sat at the edge of the settlement. Dust everywhere. Men standing around. Some with money. Some with nothing but opinions. I tied my horse and walked in like I had 100 times before. Then I heard the auctioneer's voice. Fast. Confident. Like he was selling cattle. I almost turned around. Auctions made my stomach tight. Always had. Then I saw them. 3 girls. Hanging upside down from a wooden frame. Their hands bound. Their hair dragging near the dirt. They were not crying. That's what hit me first. People expect screaming. Begging. Fear loud enough to fill the yard. But these girls were quiet. Too quiet. The crowd talked over them like they were not even there. Prices were called. Numbers bounced back and forth. I told myself to leave. I told myself this was not my business. That the world had rules. Ugly rules. But rules all the same. Then the oldest girl turned her head slightly. Just enough. And I saw the tattoo. It was small. Faded. Simple lines. But my chest tightened like a rope had been pulled around it. Because I knew that mark. I had seen it once before. Years ago. When I should not be alive. My hands started shaking. Not from fear. From memory. The auctioneer kept talking. The crowd kept bidding. And all I could think was this. If I stayed quiet, I would be walking away from my own life. I was younger when it happened. Dumber too. I thought I knew the land. Thought I could cut across the desert and save a day's ride. I was wrong. My horse went down first. Heat. No water. I kept walking. Then crawling. By the time they found me, I was barely breathing. Tongue swollen. Vision broken into pieces. I remember shadows. Voices I did not understand. I remember thinking, this is how it ends. One of them knelt beside me. An Apache man. Older. Calm. He didn't reach for a weapon. He reached for my belt. I had traded for that belt months earlier. Didn't think much of it. Just like the leather. He froze when he saw the mark burned into it. That same symbol. Everything changed after that. They gave me water. Slowly. Carefully. They carried me to shade. Let me live. Later, one of them explained in broken English. The mark meant I had once helped someone of theirs. A healer's mark. A sign of protection. I never forgot that. I never thought I'd see it again. Until that day at the auction, on the shoulder of a girl, hanging upside down. The auctioneer lifted his hand. Final call. My mouth went dry. I stepped forward without thinking. My boots sounded too loud on the packed dirt. Someone muttered. Someone laughed. I didn't look at them. I looked at the girl. Her eyes met mine. Not fear. Recognition. I raised my voice. Stop. Everything paused. Just for a second. I'll buy them. Silence dropped hard. The auctioneer stared at me, then smiled like this was a joke. You sure? He said. I nodded. Didn't argue. Didn't bargain. Money changed hands. Fast. Heavy. The ropes came down. People shook their heads. Some called me names I won't repeat. I didn't answer. Because I wasn't thinking about them. I was thinking about a debt. I did not take them to my ranch as property. I made that clear. They did not speak much English. I did not speak their language. But respect travels without words. I gave them food, water, space. Over days, then weeks, we moved toward their land. Slowly, carefully. There were moments I wondered if I was a fool. if I was risking everything for something that would cost me more than I had. But every time doubt crept in, I remembered the desert, the water on my lips, the choice that saved me. When we found their people, the elders stepped forward. They did not smile. They studied me. The oldest one touched the tattoo on the girl's shoulder, then looked at me. "A debt returned," he said. "Nothing more." That was enough. I went home alone. My ranch was still there. My land. My work. But I was not the same. People talked. Some still do. They say I broke the rules. That I acted foolish. Maybe I did. But some rules deserve to be broken. And some debts do not fade with time. Every year, when the heat rises and the desert goes quiet, I remember those girls. And I remember that justice does not always look loud or heroic. Sometimes it looks like a man stepping forward, voice shaking, and saying one simple word: "Stop."